3 years had hardened Edrin. Not healed him, hardened him. The boy who once stared through men had been shaped by quiet days and long nights. The nuns taught him letters and prayers, but the forest taught him truth. Roots that broke ankles, branches that blinded, silence sharp enough to kill. His mind had come back slowly, painfully, like something clawing its way out of deep water, but it came back strong. He hunted alone now. At dawn, he moved through the trees with a bow on his back and knives at his hips, bare feet touching earth without sound. He read the woods the way other men read maps: broken twigs, bent grass, old blood dried brown on bark. That was when he smelled them. Men, metal, sweat, old smoke, fear wrapped in arrogance. Edrin froze. He crept forward, belly low, breath measured, and peered through hanging moss. 5 men moved through the forest in a loose wedge, armed and armored. Not hunters, not travelers. They walked like killers, alert, cruel, expectant. Recognition struck like a hammer. These were the ones who had hunted his father years ago, the men who had cornered them in stone and fire, the ones who killed Rogar. Edrin felt nothing at first. Then the forest seemed to lean in. He did not announce himself. He did not rush. He prepared. The first trap was simple, a deadfall disguised beneath leaves and rot. When the rear man stepped forward, the ground vanished beneath him. He fell with a surprised shout that cut short as sharpened stakes punched into his legs and gut. He screamed high and wet, thrashing as blood soaked the pit. The others spun, shouting, weapons raised. Edrin loosed an arrow. It struck the second man in the throat. The impact drove him backward, hands clawing uselessly at the shaft as dark blood fountained between his fingers. He collapsed, choking, eyes bulging in terror. The forest erupted. Steel rang, men shouted orders. One charged blindly towards the pit, and Edrin sprang the tripline. A weighted log swung from the trees and crushed the man's chest with a sickening crack, folding him around it like broken kindling. Edrin moved. He darted through brush and shadow, slashing hamstrings, stabbing kidneys, vanishing before blades could find him. A knife punched up under a rib, another slid into the base of a skull. Men fell screaming, gurgling, begging. The fourth man caught sight of him and rushed, roaring. Edrin met him head-on. Steel flashed. The man swung hard, but Edrin rolled under it and drove a blade into the man's thigh, severing muscle. As the man fell, he mounted him and buried a knife into his eye, twisting until the body went slack. Blood coated his hands, warm, slick, familiar. Only one remained, the leader. He stood back from the carnage, face pale, sword shaking. He was older than the others, scarred and broad, with eyes that recognized what stood before him. "You," the man whispered. Edrin stepped into the open. "I know you," the leader said hoarsely. "Your father." Edrin smiled. That broke the man. He ran. The chase was not quick. Edrin made it slow. He drove him where he wanted him, through thorn thickets that tore skin, over stones slick with moss, across ground seeded with barbed wire scavenged and repurposed. Each step cost the man blood. Each fall left him weaker. Edrin struck from the sides, an arrow through the calf, a knife across the back, never fatal, never enough. The leader screamed promises, coin, lands, mercy. "I have children," he sobbed, crawling through mud, leaving red streaks behind him. "Please." Edrin kicked him onto his back. "You took that excuse from my father," Edrin said calmly. "I watched." The man tried to rise. Edrin drove a blade through his shoulder and pinned him to a fallen log. The leader howled. Edrin leaned close, voice quiet, steady. "I learned patience from the nuns, cruelty from you."
He removed the blade. Then he waited. The leader bled slowly. Each breath rattled. His eyes darted, searching the forest for mercy that did not exist. Edrin sat on a rock nearby, cleaning his knife, watching the life drain out inch by inch. "You could finish it," the man whimpered. Edrin shook his head. "No," he said, "this is the part you gave us." The forest was silent. Minutes passed, then longer. The leader's voice faded. His hands trembled. His eyes lost focus, staring at nothing as his chest stuttered and stopped. Edrin watched until there was no doubt, until the eyes went blank. He stood alone among the dead. The forest breathed again. Edrin washed his hands in a stream, red spiraling away into clear water. He did not feel triumph. He did not feel regret. He felt finished. As the sun rose, light cut through the trees and painted the bloodied ground gold. Edrin looked toward the valley where white stone walls waited, where his father still walked, where life continued. The hunters were gone. The debt was paid. The forest remembered. And now, so did he.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to smash that like button or go to our YouTube channel to hear the complete story at Storytellers Drive-Thru.